Oh, hello. It's Tracy. And these are the days of our lives. No, not really. Hi, this is Tracy, and this is day 19. A deck that gives you the Heebie Jeebies. That's why I've got my little Palo Santo. Smudging it out, baby. Yeah, okay, so just a bit of a preface. These are my own views. They are in no reflection to the ones that I mention. I understand that people have different tastes, obviously, because it'd be very boring if we had the same interests. I love the diversity of lots of decks out there, and we all need something to connect with. But for me, the one that sort of gave me the heebie-jeebies, and you're probably going to think, really? But I don't understand it. It's in a different realm to what you think heebie-jeebies might be. But just how the women are portrayed gives me the creeps. And it's the Lumina Tarot. I love her work as an artist, just not that deck. Some of the interpretations of the women in that deck, they look like they're anorexic. And I don't understand. I don't understand the representation of a person. Yeah, I think it makes it portray the person as if they're being really, really hard. I remember visiting someone in a hospital. It was actually my son. He was really little. He'd broken his elbow, and he had to be flown up from Albany up to Perth, which is in a plane. The Royal Flying Doctors were an absolute godsend. And I remember walking past, because we had to stay there for a few days, walking past, and there was a special section there for people with eating disorders. And I remember seeing some of the young women that were there just sitting outside, enjoying the sunshine. But oh my goodness, it was hard as a mother, and also having very strict views on myself as what beauty is supposed to look like, and starving yourself. I've never had anorexia. I had bulimia for a little bit in my life, and that's something I've never shared with anybody. But anyway, and I understand the addictions and the grip that it can have on someone. But there's a distortion that in some areas of our Western world, there is this depiction that skinny is beautiful. Sorry, I just got a bit teary there. That skinny is beautiful, or starving yourself is beautiful, and I just think it's tragic that we do that to ourselves. So to see that depiction in a tool that people would use, it just obviously really hit something deep inside of me that I'm just going, whoa, I can't go there. I can't go there. It's not a healthy part of my life. And just to go over again, these are my own views. They are nothing to do with the artist or anything like that. It was just my personal interaction. I haven't actually held it in my hands, but I've seen it a lot, and it just totally detracted, I guess, what the card meant. So anyway, moving on. The next one is from the Hobbit Tarot, and granted, another little preface, I haven't used this deck a lot. I think it's more like a winter deck. I sort of feel that's something that I might break out during the winter time or autumn, somewhere around there, because it sort of has this feeling of Yeah, it's just got that sort of wintry kind of dark, wet kind of feel. But it was these two cards. So this is the Temperance card, which when I saw it, I really didn't understand. And I'm just going, I can't, because I'm such a visual person, this is the other one. The Hanged Man. I mean, I sort of get it now, like after I've read in the book, that Gollum is suspended in this place of limbo because the ring has taken over. The ring has possessed him, so he feels like he has no willpower to do anything. So, yeah, he's in this place where he feels restricted. But it was just really confronting. I mean, the deck's not too bad. I mean, you know, there's other pictures. I mean, the Ace of Coins is quite groovy as a you know, a person that loves the crystals. The Star, not too bad either. And the Ace of Cups, which is like my defining one if I'm going to buy a deck, is the Ace of Cups. If I dig it, I'm going to get it. But yeah, so it's interesting, these two depictions and it goes back to how people perceive it and how you're going to put that out into the world of, this is my interpretation. Then it's up to the person that receives that to say, how do you perceive it? What is your connection to it? Are you connecting with it? And what are the reasons why you're not connecting with it? I think that's a lot of things that I'm learning in my very early tarot journey. I mean, I only really started getting into tarot, you know, seriously as part of my daily life in 2016. So I'm very new to tarot, and I think my tastes have changed. I mean, I thought the Tarot del Fuego was a bit out there, but since time has moved on and I've obviously matured in my tarot taste or whatever, I kind of dig it. I like it. It sort of sparks something in me, and some people might go, oh, that's kind of freaky. And what was the other one? I can't remember what it was called. Santa de Muerta is another one that sort of pushes those boundaries, where I think not so long ago I would have just gone, oh, I can't relate, because I was never really into horror movies or anything like that. And, you know, Game of Thrones is a different story, but even so, this kind of depiction is very different when you're relating it to like a movie. It's not really my genre, it's not my favourite kind of thing, but I appreciate the differences that people put out, their creativeness, you know, their artistic talents, and then, you know, portrayed into a picture, and they're going, here you go. This is what I've made. Oops. And yeah, so that was it. That was day 19, decks that give you the heebie-jeebies.